loading. Interview time. The CPU Summit. Now loading. Yep. Yay! All right. Now loading. Now loading. Hello, I'm Ness here. CPU editor, CPU placed it in use. Yeah! Here! Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah, the one that increases your power to max and removes your defense entirely.
No, that's the Terror's one. The Sunflower ones is the one that starts you with a full EXE gauge.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But yeah, but we're going to be grabbing.
It is marathon safe if you can pull it off consistently. If you can't pull it off consistently, just don't do it. You'll hurt yourself. Now for the CPU, yeah, the CPUs. It's Neptune and Vert. Neptune will help us do the barrier skip for this mission, while Vert is going to be the other mainstay for this game, for this run, because she moves around really, really fast.
Now loading.
You know how?
Yeah.
Dash, heavy attack, dash, heavy attack. And that's how she moves really, really fast. Yeah, it's a lot of dash canceling. Whatever you do, though, you can't mesh heavy attack. If you do, you do this attack flurry that locks you in place for like a few seconds. It's just really annoying.
Yeah.
Now we do have to go ahead and use the kill some of those guys, and we need at least 35 kills on those guys, because otherwise we run into a spawn count issue and the boss doesn't spawn and we can't kill it.
Depending on the
amount
of enemies you've killed.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I also went around some spawn triggers, so I don't have to spawn those guys either. And that means I don't have to put up with the barriers either. This guy, he's dead. Oh man, all the loadings. If this was a JP version, it's going to be if this was the Japanese voice acting, it's going to be now loading-gu. Instead, we just have now loading.
Oz and X, can you reintroduce yourselves again, because the audio was not audible in the beginning?
Oh, that's awkward. So I'm Ozdaga.
I'm Hexy123.
And we're gonna bring the journalists into the actual game, because these two, well, they showed up as minor characters in the previous games. Now they're playable. So Dengekiko, she actually has a pretty good DPS, but unfortunately she's only second best, and we don't really care about the second best when we have the best available to us.
And Famitsu,
and she really does not hold a candle to Ram. So this is one of those missions where you have to collect 4 items, and those pie shells, those totally not cloisters with hands, those are the guys you need to kill to get the item drops that you need to get to actually go finish the mission. Collect 3 of them, and you can transform. And then Dengeki can just hit heavy attack a whole bunch, and not only is this her movement technique, but it does a pretty good amount of damage, at least for these guys. Later on, it's not going to do as much.
Also, Dengeki the DXC is not sort of online hip-hop.
Totally. Now, we do want to go ahead and get around 180 to 190 kills before we proc our EXC, because hers takes a while to finish. Let's get some of these guys over here, and alright, it's go time. So, once we hit 200 kills, hey, there's a boss. Now let's go kill him. Whoop. Now, there is a little finesse you can do with this, with her EXE. If you manage to move the attack away from the boss before it finishes, you can get the boss to despawn quicker so you can get the item quicker.
Is that some bad
Yeah, sorry, my laptop fan is a running joke. It's a dumb little thing. This is what happens when you have a really, really loud fan. Or at least have the fan next to the audio port. Thankfully, we don't have to deal with that. Meanwhile, on Famitsu's side of things, we gotta go ahead and kill these green pies because they dropped the items for this one this time. And as much as I liked Famitsu and her Crawfish of Doom, even though apparently in game on the English version, and the English voice acting, she refers to it as a shrimp, and I still keep thinking of it as a lobster. Her DPS kind of sucks. Just most people will be this relative level will be doing about 700, 800, maybe 1,000, 1,200 damage. She's doing about 400. It kind of sucks.
Yeah, Famitsu's only used when she's necessarily needed for mandatory.
Or during one of the late game missions where I'm bad and I suck and getting Dengeki killed. So what I want to go ahead and do is get this guy to spawn at 130 kills, but unfortunately I don't have. Oh goodness gracious! I don't have the bull spawning around a whole lot. I need about another 3 hopefully, but there's one. So another one spawns, and we kind of want to go. Oh, it's the mushrooms? I thought it was the green pipes. That's weird. Well, I guess it's probably the most durable target that drops them. But sometimes I run into green pipes dropping it. Oh, he's dead. I don't want to use the EXE because that EXE is very slow and also not the greatest.
It's not good damage-wise.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like it because she's surfing on her on her crawfish, but sadly it doesn't do all that well. So, as far as I remember the plot, is like, after this, we get the first batch of articles done, and the CPU candidates look at it, see how awesome they are, how incredible they're doing, and then they're going to go ahead and go out and do some more of that to be even more awesome, kick some more butt, and show off their popularity some more. Guess I'm happy. Oh, and I guess there's some weird administrations from the final boss that we're to face off later. But we're gonna ignore that for now. So for this mission, this is gonna be the first of 3 missions we kind of need to do before we get to the next part of the game. And this is what we'll be using to help finish off our sunflower medals. As again, we need 150. We need 150 in order to get something called the Scramble Engine, and that's the item that will let us start every mission with a full EXE bar, which means we get to transform from the very start, and that means we get to go kill things very fast when we start, instead of having to put up with, getting 100 kills before we can transform, because it takes about around 180 kills to fill up that bar. We don't have to put up with that. 91 is the minimum that 91 kills is the minimum we need for transforming, but we don't need to put up with that. The boss on this one spawns around the 180, 190 mark. We're gonna go around the 250 for safety's sake, because sometimes I get screwed on RNG drops and I end up having like 140 authority medals, and it sucks.
It's always safe you can be low on medals.
Yeah. There's been more than one instance where I ended up with that much, and I had to go back in here and just kill some more. It sucks. So, set up, medal collection. Hey, we have 174. Let's go ahead and equip that on everybody. No, I need ramp. No, I need you with the item. We especially need Ram because she's the one that does incredible damage. Because her basic attack, if you shoot it point blank, does 11 hits. And their 11 hits a pretty decent damage. Not to mention, it's a very, very consistent attack where you can just shove them backwards. Rom would probably be used more for the fact that hers is 6 and 3 hits, and they kind of shove them, and her attacks just kind of shove the targets around. So we're gonna go on this particular mission because we need to farm the second item now, and it's going to come from these turrets. You don't need to mind those giant doggers over there. We're just going to go ahead and shove them in the corner. Don't mind me. Oh, okay. Always enjoy that. Yeah, sorry, the frames are kind of being burp, 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 burp. So, after we complete 2 missions, we unlock the regular quests, but we need one specific one to unlock first. So we're going to go do this mission, which is really, really fast to do, because all we have to do is kill a whale.
Now loading.
And I'm sorry for those of you who happen to like whales, because there's going to be a fair number of them getting destroyed this run.
Loading. Get ready. I'm gonna use all my magic.
Whoop. Is there? Is the there, Hexy?
Yeah, do you just spawn no way.
Yeah,
Quickest.
poor whale. Alright, so now that we started one of the missions, one of the irregular missions, everyone looks at the mission and is like, why does this not have like actual clear conditions listed? Because when you look at it first time, it looks like it's just nothing but question marks. And the only way you can see this question marks without being all the missions is to intentionally abandon the mission. And when you do that, you get a cutscene where they say, hey, maybe we should try and experiment with the mission, or maybe we should go ahead and abandon it and see what the mission is supposed to be about. So for this mission, we got more turrets. If it weren't for the fact that they're absolutely necessary to kill, I probably don't want to do this mission, because this mission forces you to kill 531 of these jerks. And on top of that, we have to restart, because otherwise we would not get enough medals for the second item, which is called the Maximizing Kit. That item trades a lot of your defense for a lot of attack. It's not as much. The ratio is not 1-to-1. I think it's like 2,000 attack for 3,600 defense. But we need that attack. It makes everybody incredibly dangerous, but it turns everybody into an incredibly crazy glass cannon. And that would normally be a problem if it weren't for the fact that it's pretty easy to avoid damage in this game. Every single skill that we do until we're done with the animation gives us invincibility. Every EXE gives us invincibility. And even without those benefits of invincibility, certain characters like Rom and Ram and Uni can just shoot everything to oblivion. Neptune and Nepgear are fully capable of just spamming X and just mulching everything. And I'm afraid to say, but Blanc is pretty much unusable this game, because her attacks are very slow, and the additional attack power granted by the Maximizing Kit doesn't really help out a lot for her. It's just 1 or 2 hits, Yeah.
viable. But then spamming
Yeah.
X or RAM really is.
Where's the last idiot? Here. There you go. Alright, let's go and clean up all these net bulls.
Puts a toll on your hand just doing this mission.
Yeah.
Constant spamming X.
Let's see if we have enough medals, because this is one of the other weird... Yep, I have enough. Just barely enough, but it's enough. So we do want to go ahead and equip the maximizing kit on everybody. Not just their untransformed versions, but they also need it for their transformed, because... whoop. Make sure that everybody... Okay. Make sure that everybody has it, because the transformed and untransformed characters are counted as separate characters. So now we get to deal with the other irregular quests, and these are trying to ambush me, but they get to die instead.
Why, yes. Now loading.
Just letting you guys know, there's some incentives left over still. We're about to close V2R at the moment, either after the bombs RB1 plus run or Aura's run for Nor. So you can get those incentives in if possible, and the wars before the games change.
So yeah, this irregular mission is pretty much just kill all the enemies in one. So basically just EXEing. If you don't, then you would fail it, obviously.
Yeah, it's probably one of the few missions that you would probably fail. Probably the mission that you'd fail out of the irregular missions first time, because it's kind of weird because they spawn separately.
This one actually of bringing the enemy over, doing a volcano dive to kill that one behind the wall, and then killing this one quickly. The time window doing it casually, pretty bad.
Yeah.
For failing this
mission. Yeah, it's just kind of silly. So for this mission, the objective, if I remember, says HDD then kill, but we can just switch characters, then HDD, and then go kill, because I don't know, the programming on this is not the best.
It's a developer on the site.
Yeah. What I want to do though is try to make sure I kill the get Dagu and the Iron Golem separated, because both of them have to despawn before we can clear the mission. And then on this irregular quest, it's nothing but tulips, and but one of them are the same. The one tulip that is different is the one that we need to kill, and he moves fast, like this guy right here. And a little optimization is you want to go ahead and kill him. Try to be as close to him as you can before you kill him, because then when he despawns, you can finish the mission faster. It's one of those weird little things like that.
It's always that one tulip. Always the one that charges.
Yeah. Charges towards you at extra fast speed. So for this regular mission, we're playing Hyperdimension. We're it. Go find 5 enemies and go kill them. They all have predetermined positions. If you go in the same locations every time, they will always spawn where you have them.
Now I used to do this quest in speedruns. I used to always forget where the 5th one was, and I used to always just go around in circles trying to find the 5th one.
Yeah.
Even though I know that
if you don't,
every time I'm like, I still don't find the 5th one.
Yeah, it sucks. Now, this mission is supposedly an irregular mission, but it's just like a lot of the other missions. You go kill a bunch of things. You go kill 100 of these pixel vaders. Then the barrier behind us clears up, and then we go kill the boss. I don't know why this is a regular mission. It's kind of dumb. Maybe it's just the pixel vaders. Who knows? But they don't give us anything that we need. So this guy goes straight into the freezer. Yeah, that's pretty fast. And then after that, it's an actually notably different mission, because this one doesn't actually involve killing things. It's collect more items, but they're all out on the field instead. You have to, instead of having to kill enemies before you can collect them. Where is it?
Find the chests.
Find all 16 of these apparently 8 terabyte whatevers. I don't know if it's like RAM or just HDD storage, but whatever. It's just click the thing and get and get paid.
There is a set fast route for this mission.
Yeah. And strange enough, jumping over that is pretty good.
I see you. I see you.
Oop.
I see you. Here.
Yeah. This is probably one of the ones you can optimize just by practicing over and over again. There's pretty much no RNG you have to deal with, unlike the next mission.
You might have seen these dungeons in the Rebirth 1 race, is because this game is set in the Rebirth 1 timeline. Or this only spin-off game is set in the Rebirth 1 timeline.
Yeah.
Reusing all the assets.
Hey man, they're environmentally friendly.
Why, yes.
Both Idea Factory, Kamahard, and even Tamsoft,
Loading.
who incidentally were the ones who ended up making this game, by the way. So, onto this mission. It's RNG hell. You have to collect 80 medals. I think it was Cosmo Wing who said it was 90 back in the RTA Japan run that Ox did a few years ago, but it's 80. But it could be anywhere. But for me, it would take me anywhere from about 370 to 470 enemies killed before we finally finish the mission. So we might be here for a while.
Yeah, math RNG of how many medals actually drop from defeating the enemies.
Yeah, it stinks. And if it weren't for the fact that there's this giant hole in the middle, then we can gather the enemies in a much more efficient way and just kill them faster. But no, we had to go ahead and put this stupid hole in the middle.
Really, just go forward and back, and you're gonna like it.
Nope. Let's see, about 270 at this point in the music. Yeah. I'm trying to use their music as a way to time how many kills I've made, and trying to set that as a partial pace without being able to look at my timer. Like usually around the time the music loops, I'm about 330 to 350, and that's pretty solid. And if it's something like lower 300 or something, then I probably screwed up or I'm suffering from heavy lag issues. 390. Oh, perfect number. We get 420 kills before we finally finish the mission. That's beautiful.
They'll remember the average on medals.
Yeah, it's pretty on the dot. So for this final irregular mission, find whale, kill it with skills. Because if you try to use regular attacks on it, it won't do anything. Shove the doggo, shove the doggo, shove the doggo, shove the doggo, shove the doggo. Okay, we're done. So, after we complete the irregular quests, we can move on to the next chapter. And hey, look, there's the mention of our final boss. And everyone's getting ready to be pumped up. They're going to go ahead and try and fight this stupid thing and prove themselves incredibly amazing and everything. Unfortunately, this first part, unwinnable. And when I first fought this boss, it took me about 10 to 15 minutes to realize it's unwinnable. But before we do that, we gotta go to the City Watch and go watch 4 cutscenes. And then we can put up with a stupid freaking unwinnable fight. And it's so dumb because the boss, you can bait out its attacks very easily, and you can outrange it with Ram or Rom or Uni. And if it weren't for her little plot armor, I probably would have killed her by now. Or at least killed her with Ram.
I mean, you could have just done like the strat you do on the final boss anyway, and it probably would have already killed it.
Yeah. But we can't do that right now because we don't have the power that we need. So we're just going to throw these 2 up front. They're going to get destroyed. It's alright.
Yeah, killing the war is an extra sacrifice.
Now loading.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Oh, perfect! Perfect! Loading.
No, there isn't any Gaia Burn DLC. I mean, you have Candy DLC, but not a Gaia Burn. And even then, it's only for the 4 main CPUs.
I am next.
Sorry.
I'm better than the CPUs. Come on. Is that the best?
Yeah, Gaia Burn is no
you can
point in this
do?
game. Gaia Burn is
You're
not
making everything
canonical
I
to
do
Rebirth
for you
1
feel like
in this
such a
point.
wasted effort.
Yeah.
This is a total
So,
letdown.
after they realize we can't defeat the literal stupid plot armor, they retreat and regroup and think of a different plan, which is go to the same area 5 times and do a bunch of killing and stuff. It's kind of dumb. It also involves a lot more barrier skips, but
The
we'll get to that.
missions require you to be a specific party member due to their
Yeah.
lock to their nation.
Or the journalists, I guess.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we have to. Well, we're gonna go with the journalists first, and I have to put up with these stupid mushrooms. They're way too durable. I hate them a lot. Even if I use all my lightning 4 times on these idiots, sometimes they don't die because the crits didn't roll my way.
The mushrooms' health.
Tanky,
is very
way
tanky.
too much health. Ow! This is why I say I'm stuck. Because I still get hit on this mission every now and then because I'm garbage. But silliness aside, we do want to try and not. We want to go ahead and try and preserve any net bulls on the field whenever we can because we need it for actual SP and using that for special moves instead of using it for health recovery, like the one right there. And also trying to put up with mushrooms because. With the maximizing kit X equipped, the Dogu men 2-shot me and the mushrooms 1-shot me, and that means bad things if I get hit. Especially since the Dogu men do paralyze. So, what I want to go ahead and do is just relentlessly attack these idiots over and over and over and over. Put up with their massively overinflated HPs.
Cancel, repeat. Dash out of the way.
Dang, nabbit, man. This is why I say I suck, because I keep getting hit by dumb things. It does mean that we do get... darn it. We do go ahead and use a lot of ways to try and speed this up, because this is otherwise incredibly, stupidly slow.
I'm thinking.
And we have to kill up until we get to 66 kills. And then we can finally move on, because we can't quite go through that barrier. The next barrier, though, we can go through just fine. But man, this is one of those things that just is probably one of the big endurance tests. Is just trying to put up with these stupid mushrooms. I'm gonna go ahead and get one more in before it's transformed, and then we can go ahead and use the bars on our transform versions. So we can kill these idiots even faster. Oh, hey. And Dengeki goes back up. So that's a way to showcase what happens when you get a KO partner. After enough time, they return to the battlefield. As long as your other character doesn't get KO. As if you do, guess what? Restart the mission. Let me go ahead and kill this last one so that we can have all remaining 6 of them out on the field. Alright. Let me go ahead.
I think to restart this mission is not fun.
It is not. It is incredibly tedious.
But hey, at least you get a barrier skip after doing this long drawn out section.
Yeah, we used like it used to be done with Famitsu as well, but turns out we found a way to do it with Dengeki, and that means we can just generally leave Famitsu behind completely. And if it weren't for the fact that I'm completely garbage, I would do that. Unfortunately, I'm still kind of garbage. So, we're just going to go ahead and have both of them on the field anyway. Come on down. I'm going to bring you all sorts of death. That's one. Alright, we're done. Let's get out of here. Stupid mushrooms.
You to die.
Alright. Barrier skip is kind of simple, just kind of wiggle. And we're done.
Your camera wiggling. Make sure you're lined up perfectly. You know,
Yeah.
the proper setup.
And then this guy, he dies. It's a piece decided to roll out of the way, the frickin' jerk. Face your death with honor! Ah, damn it. I didn't get the... I didn't move Denki Kiko out of the way before her final attacks, so it just knocked him back and I have to put up
Again,
with
it's the
a
same
longer
layout
spawn.
as the CPU prologue, so all you did is skip a spawn trigger in the same spot as you did
Yeah.
in the CPU prologue.
Of course we have to put up with this.
Wouldn't be a mini boss, the same boss would spawn in that area, as well as homework.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of silly. So, for this mission, since it's based on
Loading.
Division of Nations,
Why,
Bird has to go at this alone, whether she likes it or not.
now loading.
So, we have to face off against pumpkin birds, who are icy this time, and also Koopa kitties. You want to go ahead and focus on the pumpkin birds, the white ones, because they're the ones with more health, and they're probably going to be the ones that end up being the last to stop spawning. And they're not going to stop spawning until we hit 95 kills.
Yes, a test of how much can you dash cancel with the attack. Dash cancel.
Yeah.
This is
Trying to make sure you don't mash.
This is a good area for practicing getting good at every attack cancel.
Yeah. Try to make sure you don't accidentally have your dash inputs eaten.
Play this area with cheats on so you don't die and just go around spamming. It's a good way to just get better at doing it.
Yeah.
Generally.
And it's and the thing about the boss saying something about ripping off clothing, this game borrowed Senran Kagura's clothing destruction mechanic, and in this game, when you're using heavy attacks a lot, your outfit takes damage. Small amounts of damage, but after a certain point, your outfit starts to break and bad things can happen. The costume break mechanic, sadly though, is not really worth it because the benefits that it grants are too minor to be usable and not worth the time. Not worth the time
costume
lost.
breaking is kind of unavoidable with Vert because you're obviously spamming heavy attack
Yeah, it's a primary means of fighting.
and movement. So it's like, okay, you're probably going to
Yeah,
break.
Yeah, I always try to mess with that skip 2 ox, but the farthest I managed to get in is like halfway, and it didn't quite work out so well. So afterwards, we end up with a cutscene where, hey, let's see how this power goes. That mission doesn't spawn. That particular cutscene doesn't start until after the second mission you clear, just in case you picked Vert first.
Now loading.
Now for this mission, we're just gonna go ahead, be Ram, kill everything, you know, the usual.
Now loading.
Poor penguins.
Ram and Ram, they're useful blonde.
Get ready. I'm gonna use
Sorry, Blanc. You're gonna be stuck at home reading books. Although I don't think she would mind. It's the last. There you go. 70 kills, and you can start learning figuring out how to do your short hop dashes, because any character that isn't a journalist can do these short hop dashes, which is just ground dash, short hop up, and then dash, and then you can get as much distance as you can. Because when you don't have the incredible dashing capability that Untransformed Bird has, you kind of have to make do. And then there's these Alrunes and the Golems. There's about 18 of them total. And then after that, more whales. Bye, whales.
I'm getting enough whales.
But whale not.
Oh, shut up, Secret.
Let's see. I think that's the last group of whales we kill on this run, thankfully.
No more whales
But-
farmed in this run.
No more. And now we can go ahead and deal with the last station group. No, not this one. And they have the silliest clip in the entire
The
game.
easiest barrier skip in the entire game.
Now loading.
Thanks to Noir, thanks to Blackheart.
Why, yes.
Yep. Ah, dang it. Try it again, please. There you go. It's just like, I'm just gonna go ahead and dash on this corner and hey, I'm on the other side. Bye.
You can get it first try, you can get it as many tries, it's just dashing into the corner of the barrier until you just clip through it.
Yeah.
Barrier is
My
really well
basic
designed.
setup is, yeah, it's a well-designed corner. And then afterwards, we're gonna go here, throw shockwaves a whole bunch. And now, they're dead. I think I threw in a few too many shockwaves, but it's okay. I usually throw around 12 and make this happen. But it's better than having to put up with a transformation in the middle. So yeah, very fast. And now we can finally deal with Planetune side of things. And Planetune side of things,
Neptune or
is-
Neptune, but you missed, you're just using Neptune.
yeah, it's just mostly Neptune. Nepgear's just kind of here to provide support, and of course they have another clip because this stage is well designed and totally not broken in any way, shape, or form.
It has the barrier skip because this map loops around to the beginning of CPU prologue yet again. The same barrier used in that prologue. But it just walks up and do the same barrier skip.
Go ahead and finish this. Sorry about that. Had family pop up. So those shells, we gotta go ahead and just kill those guys because they're the ones that end up being the last ones to spawn usually. So we have to kill 165 enemies total, and it's kind of silly. They're a little beefy, not incredibly beefy. They just have a slow death animation. It's silly. And hey, look at that barrier. What barrier?
Barriers are just transparent.
Let's see. You still there, Hexy?
Yeah. Yeah, oh look, we come across to the
Oh, God.
CPU prologue beginning of where we started at the beginning of the game. Same skip. Ironic that this whole Celestia system loops around itself. A lot.
Okay, apparently I had a malfunction with my headset.
Hey, you're good now.
Okay. It's fine. We're fine. So yeah, we just skip another couple of spawn triggers and another bear, and then we go kill those giant doggoos, and that's that. Now after we finish everybody's missions and get the power, the CPUs go ahead and head out early to try to go fight the final boss. Of course, the candidates and the journalists want in. Except all but two of them are just going to kind of watch.
Power.
Very power. So the mainstays get to go ahead and completely destroy them. So first off, that plot armor gets to go away with this one attack that we don't really use anywhere else, even in casual play. The one attack that is only used here, only required to be used here.
Really,
And afterwards,
removes plot armor, then go ahead.
yep, 6 connector dances total. And then we just mulcher with 2 EXEs and we're done. And
You can get hit by the final boss coming out of the really attack there.
alright, time will be soon. Let me go ahead and not get hit by that stupid thing. Oh, why did I not transform? Please die. Trying to laser. She's trying to fire the laser above my head, and that just means she just completely whiffs. All right, ready? And we're done. Oh. It's like bet done. Good job. Good work.
I'm 24 hours away. Go throw yourself in a sea of water.
Go go.
Okay, I'll bring about 100,000 whales with me.
Oh well.
GG off.
Level up. Oh yes. Yep, and that's that. So we're done with the mission. The final boss. Nep said something about how this final boss is supposed to be incredibly difficult. It is not. And then we have the second batch of articles, and they see how even more awesome we are and how amazing we did. And yeah, that's pretty much that. So, with that said, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening in. Thank you all for at least trying to put up with my incredibly kind of scattered commentary, because I'm still a little asleep, but I'm still doing okay. But yeah, thanks guys. Oh, and
Am I laughing?
no, it's just something post game stuff. Who cares? It's trying to say something about post game stuff. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no problem.
But yeah.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Hexy. Thank you, Hexy, for joining along with me. This has been a pretty dang fun run to do, actually.
Hyperdimension Neptunia U. Action unleashed.
So, in that case, thanks you all for watching. See you guys next time.